Hey guys, welcome to our first tutorial with adding and subtracting decimals. We're going to do 4 examples together today, so please follow along with me if you need any help with anything. So our first example that we're going to do today is 7.36 plus 8.24. There's a lot of different ways that we could say these decimals. We could also say $7.36 plus $8.24. We could also say 7 and 36 hundredths plus 8 and 24 hundredths. No matter how we say it, we want to first take this horizontal problem and write it vertically, up and down. I want to make sure, star statement in our notes, I want to make sure that I line up my decimals. Okay? So if I'm going to line up my decimals, I want my decimals to be right under one another. And this is what Miss Neville means. And we're adding these. So we're going to treat this like we would a normal 3-digit by 3-digit addition problem. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry my 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. Bring my decimal down. And then 7 plus 8 is 15. So my sum here, that's the answer to an addition problem, my sum here would be 15 and 60 hundredths, or 15.6. The next problem I want us to do together, let's erase this. The next problem I want us to do together, this one's a little bit tougher when we're talking about lining up our decimals, because we've got to figure out where our decimals are with this one. 9 and 4 hundredths plus 7. What do we do with that? Remember, Miss Neville said to think about this like money. And when I see that 7 there, I've got to think about where my decimal would be. Well, if I was writing this as $7, what would that look like? 7 decimal 0 0. Okay? We want to remember with any whole number, the decimal comes behind that whole number, followed by zeros. Okay? So we're going to make sure we follow our first star statement that we wrote down with our last problem and line up our decimals. So we're going to write this vertically and line up our decimals. 9 and 4 hundredths plus 7. Remember, I've got my zeros there. That's going to help life out a lot. We're adding here. And we're going to now treat this like we would if we were adding 904 plus 700. We're remembering our decimal though, and we want to bring that decimal down. Okay, so we're going to bring our decimal down. Already have it there. He's not going to move. And now 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 0 is 0. And 9 plus 7 is 16. So my sum here would be 16 and 4 hundredths, or $16.04. Now let's do some subtracting. Now let's look at $3 and 51 hundredths minus 2. Oh, we want to remember we're looking at this just like we looked at that 7. We're looking at this as a whole number. We can look at it like dollars, money. Okay, so how would I write $2? Well, I would put that decimal there with a 0 0. Okay, 3. And now we want to write it vertically. $3.51 minus $2. And now we're treating this just like we would be subtracting 200 from 351. However, we're using decimals, so I want to drag my decimal down. Remember that my decimal should be there. 1 minus 0 is 1. 5 minus 0 is 5. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So my difference here, that's the answer to a subtraction question. My difference here is 1 51/100, or $1.51. Let's do one more example together. $9 11/100 minus 3. Remember, what do we do here? We're going to treat this like money. We're going to put our decimal here. That decimal is going to be behind the whole number 3. And I'm going to add 2 zeros there. Now, I actually want to change this one a little bit. I want to actually do 9 114 thousandths minus 3. Now what do I do? For every place behind that decimal, I can add a 0 for my 3, behind my 3. So what do I mean by that? I need to hold 3 place values, 3 places, to be able to line up my decimals correctly. So 9 114 thousandths. Oops. We're going to write it vertically. This Neville must have forgotten. Minus 3. Remember, I'm adding my 3 zeros here. That doesn't change the value of 3. That still equals 3. It's just going to make my life easier when I have to subtract. So 4 minus 0 is 4. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. Bring down my decimal. And 9 minus 3 is 6. So my difference here is 6 114 thousandths. Okay, guys, I hope this helped out.